Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Otis here, and this is part 5 of the Scout Helicopter Road to Chaff series. And I had a live commentary on this game, but what ended up happening is about I don't know, like almost about halfway through or so, I was getting excited and stuff because I hadn't died yet and dodging all the missiles and whatnot, and I accidentally ended up pulling the mic out of the computer, so I ended up losing about probably about a minute or so of voice and chat, and so it was just dead silence. And so I ended up just recording it right now and doing a commentary on it, not live, of course, but just a pretty nice one in general. I only end up having to land once to repair the helicopter in the whole entire game, and we end up stealing their helicopter, I believe, 3 times with the whole entire game, and I only shoot down their helicopter in the very beginning, which already happened, and then right here, I think actually maybe one more time too, because I saw the damn thing shooting at me, and I was like, where the hell is he? So I did a little few circles, and I end up killing Cookies there, which I ended up killing him about 4 or 5 times, I think, in the whole entire game. And so pretty much I'm just a little cookie monster as I kill him and another guy. I think combined, I think it was 9 times I killed him, and another guy, I forget his name. I know he's coming up. I either kill him like in the very beginning or later a whole bunch. And I love this map. I wish I would play it more. I wish I could play it more. It's just compared to Noshar, which you have one less helicopter, so there's a lot more people fighting for the helicopter. And I know there's tanks for each side, but still, it's just helicopters are what everyone fights after. And so I always try to get them, and it's always pretty difficult sometimes spawning in them, especially right in the beginning. Because at this game, I was in the whole time, but I didn't end up spawning, or I didn't get to get the helicopter right away. So I waited for the guy to die, of course, and he died pretty quickly. And then I came to spawn in the helicopter the second time around. And this map, it's just so easy to right when they spawn, just keep strafing the whole entire game. And typically, what I'll do also on this map is usually I'll wait for them to start shooting at me, and then I'll purposely go up higher in the air if there's only one guy locking on to me, so I can see where the hell they are. Because once you use the flares, you'll see the missile come up, and you can see where they are, and it's a pretty easy kill. I know a little bit later on I'm doing that, and this is the first time where we end up stealing the helicopter, where I saw the whole team was full, and I mean it was just a mass exodus for that helicopter with their whole squad there, which was pretty hilarious. I've never actually seen where everyone who's in the helicopter actually ends up jumping out, because I was when I'm doing these live commentaries, I'll have the headset plugged in the computer and the sound still plugged in the PlayStation, so I can hear the game, but I can't actually talk to anybody, and no one in our whole squad here had mics, so I was pretty surprised that everyone jumped out at pretty much the exact same time, which I thought was pretty hilarious. And once you have both the helicopters up, if you can keep them both in the air, I mean, the other team's just screwed, I mean, pretty much. And what I was actually surprised, too, with us having the air superiority, that's where they pretty much, I was waiting to get shot, and then I see the guy pop out, and it's just a easy kill. I think that was the guy I ended up killing 5 times or so, because I know I get a nemesis in this game, and I don't believe it was on Cookie Monster, but I believe it was on that guy. And I know there's a few times when I probably should have gotten kills too in this game where I just got jacked, but I mean that's alright. I was trying to go for 20 kills, but I mean towards the end, I mean it's more of me just trying to stay alive, because always try for the perfect gameplays, even though typically it's a lot easier on this map to get them than it is on Noshar, because you have at least one tank on each side and the other helicopter, and it's a lot bigger map too. When you have these compressed maps like this, it's just a lot easier to end up shooting people. And on this map, I like the American side a lot better, because there's just a lot more things to hide in, I think. I mean, it's a little bit more of an open area, so if you have more people trying to shoot you down, you'll typically more likely to get shot down on the American side. But I mean, if you're on the Russian side, you do have the buildings you can duck down in between and stuff, but they're able to get on the buildings too to keep a lock on you a little bit longer. So I mean, it goes both ways. But I mean, that's typically the side I'll favor for going behind the little oil canister drum things in the mountain, because I mean, pretty much they've got to be almost like directly in that like line of sight right there for them to keep that lock on you. And this is a part of the game too, or I mean, it's kind of a little boring gameplay, I would say, because I end up just trying to keep the damn locks off me, because I think there's about 2 or 3 of them at least who were trying to shoot me down. And you know, they end up hitting me occasionally, but the one good thing about ducking over here by the 2 drums in the walls is if you get low enough, sometimes the missile will end up hitting the drums and you pretty much get blocked when you should have gotten hit. And I know there was a few times too where it's just like I pop the flares out, and I just know this is the second time we steal the helicopter, except when the guy jumps out the first time right there, he ends up dying and suiciding because he didn't parachute because we were a little bit too high, but he ends up stealing it the second time. And another thing you always got to watch out too when you end up stealing the helicopter is if you're right above that helicopter, you got to fly away pretty quickly. And that's just due to the fact that there's been a few times where I've had buddies steal the helicopter and we're not communicating, and that helicopter that's taken off flies into the one that's right above it, and you both end up crashing, and then that just does no good for your team at all, because you lost the helicopters and pretty much you're costing your team 2 tickets to respawn when you shouldn't have needed to, pretty much. And I don't really know what our whole entire team was doing, because I mean, we had both the helicopters and we pretty much had C. I think we captured maybe twice in the whole entire game. That's another reason why I love when they jump into those little gun vehicles. I don't know what they're like officially called, but they're just so easy to blow up. It's just a free kill, especially of the auto loader in the with the chain guns, which I always have on. I like that better than the stealth because I just never really see any like difference kind of with stealth. So you know, I'd rather have those extra few little bullets in the gun and then have it reload faster. And I think this is when I fly off the map because they just had locks on me and they just would knock it off. I think, yeah, this map you're able to fly really, really far, like out on the side over here. If you're the, if you're on the on the American side, it's trying to get away from the Russians shooting you down below. And pretty much just what ends up happening is you're able just to fly so far away, because you can see how far I am, that you get out of the range for the lock, and then you could fly back down a little bit lower, because I know I started to get a little bit high up there, which you never want to get too high, because then everyone's going to start shooting at you, and that's the last thing you want. And I know they were waiting for me right when I pretty much got back anyways. And, okay, yeah, I end up killing that guy right before he jumps out there. I think there was, oh no, I do get no, I don't get a double kill there. There's one point later on where I end up getting a double kill out of the thing, where there was 2 guys in the vehicle, and that's always pretty nice, because typically there'll be 2 people in there, but most of the time there's only 1. But if you get lucky, there could be 3 or 4. This happened to be like once, I think, where the whole thing's been full, and this is where I'm just flying around, just trying to get that lock off, because they're just pissed off at this point. And I don't even understand why we're losing. I mean, we had both the helicopters, I think, still in the air at this point, and I don't know if our team was just getting bogged down on that middle point or just having trouble getting to A. And I don't know. I forget if we win or we lose this game. I'm not sure completely. And oh yeah, we still have the helicopter, and we still don't have A, which is pretty ridiculous. I think another reason why too we didn't have it was there's typically a ton of snipers, on this map. Everyone wants to snipe on those tunnels, and there's usually a whole bunch of people on the sides of the map. And I know in the very beginning and towards the end of the game, I try to look for them, but there's just absolutely no one sniping. I think right here is where I get one of my kill jacks too, where I disable the tank, and I'm a little kind of close to the tank, but I still end up trying to go and killing him. And I think he jumps out, and then it blows up, and then someone else kills him, obviously. So that's kind of disappointed always when that goes. And this is just a little fancy flying here, going barely like over the bridge, because it sometimes will kick off the lock, and then sometimes it won't. And I know every so often too you'll see some random sniper too on like the conveyor belts trying to snipe, and they're always easy kills. I mean, I should just do well, one of my next things I was thinking of doing is just like a montage of just shooting snipers, because they're just so useless in this game. I think they should take the snipers out of the game, because I mean, even on the normal maps, when you're just running and gunning, there's always like 3 or 4 snipers on each side doing nothing. And I mean, if you're out in the open against the scout helicopter like that guy before, you're toast. And so that was my 12th kill, I believe. So I've got 4 more in 5 minutes. So I mean, pretty much like a kill a minute with the remaining time. And I think it's here I finally get disabled. And it's just, when you have these flawless games, just everything's just got to be perfect. And I think it pretty much, well, I don't think, I mean, it was pretty much just like perfect for me this game, because I just don't know why. I mean, we pretty much had them trapped in A, but they just never were trying to shoot me down the whole entire time, which, you know, I don't have a problem with it. Like, that missile just came from 2. That's typically where you'll have about 3 or 4 people sniping every time, and I just do strafing runs as long as I can on there. Because for some reason, too, I don't know if the snipers have buddies or what, but it always seems like this. Oh, here's where I end up getting shot, and I land for my first and only time, and I got pretty lucky because I go to repair it, and it's because it's on the cliff. The damn thing just started sliding away from me, which I just got pretty lucky on it, and then it stopped, and I jumped in, because typically what I'll do is you know, you jump out, repair it for like 3 or 4 seconds, jump back in, reset the 10-second timer thing outside the map, death, suicide, whatever it's I don't know what it's officially called, and I end up fully repairing it and getting lucky and saving my my perfect game, as that would have been my first death, which would have been unfortunate. And this guy, damn, I'm so pissed off here, because I end up missing him, and I know he's shooting at me later too, and I try to shoot him through the window, and I miss him, and that was a little frustrating, because what I probably should have been doing more towards the end here is just trying to get my 20 kills. Yeah, I checked the scoreboard there, and I still had 12, which is unfortunate. Or I think maybe it was 13. You can really see the scoreboard like fully. And I just don't know. What was unfortunate about this game too is typically you'll have people spawning in the back side, running all the way across, and I got that guy just before the tunnels, and so I got pretty lucky there. Typically, my worst enemy for the helicopters is the damn poles, because you just never know where they are. And ooh, I don't know if I get this guy or not. I don't think I do. Yeah, he ducks underneath there, but I do get one of these 2 that are running here, I believe. Yeah, because that was the guy who's just like, I'm shooting at him, and he's just turning around. You can see the character too. He's like looking up. He's like, oh, where's that coming from? I'm fucking retard. But he ends up just standing still and just turning around, kind of, and let me shoot him for the friendly kill. And of course, I level up finally, which is pretty nice, since I have only used the helicopter this is my 5th game now, which is pretty good, only 3 levels, and I know I've got so far with all the helicopter videos, I got like a 2-to-1 ratio, even though kill death is retarded. I don't even know why people even consider that. I know that's why certain people snipe, so they can have like a 4-to-1, 5-to-1 kill death ratio. I think it's just stupid, and it should never be in games, because that's when you have people camping more, so they can get their kill death ratio up higher, which is just ridiculous. But you know, whatever. I'm not worried about it. And I was just so surprised here that there's just no snipers. I mean, this is probably the first time that I've played where there's absolutely been like no snipers on each side of the map, or people trying to get up to the top of the mountain with the little Mav too, because you can lift your teammates up. Well, actually, I don't know if you still can lift your teammates up. I know you used to be able to. And oh, I believe this was Cookie Monster again, or the other guy where I get my Nemesis thing on. I forget. So I know I killed Cookie earlier. No, yeah, completely different guy from those two, and you know, I just shoot it even though the helicopter's going down for like a victory celebration, which was pretty nice. But what am I? Yeah, 16-0. So that was the last kill I got, unfortunately, and it was minute and a half was just me dodging, trying to stay with my perfect game. But I should have been a little bit more aggressive to go for those 20 kills. I've been trying to break 20 kills on this for a while. I think the most I've gotten in one game is 26, I believe. I was like 23 and 6, but that was before I had the PVR to record to, which was unfortunate. But oh well, there's not much you can do. I'm glad this game doesn't have a theater mode like Call of Duty, just because they say it makes the game lag more and stuff. But oh well, and I don't even know how they got that middle point. We have A and C, right? Yeah, we have A and C, and I don't know how they ended up capturing B, because typically when you have both those points, they're not able to capture, or you're able to take back B right away, since they're not able to get any vehicles or anything, since both the vehicles spawn, you know, in the actual like spawns and not actually in the middle of the map. But this actually, I do like this map when I not helicopter whoring, because it's just good, you know, nice tight corridors, and you get that good gun-on-gun action. Oh, this is where I'm chasing the tank, and I should get the kill here, but I end up getting kill-jacked for the first time, because I end up disabling it, and then I don't turn around in time, I believe, or I believe by the time I turn around it ends up blowing up here. No, that's right. I disabled it already, and I don't know how I didn't blow it up. I got pretty pissed off there, and then of course it finally blows up because the guy jumps out, and I should have gotten a kill there. And another good thing too is, you know, you can go pretty much outside the map on, you know, both sides kind of, or it's not really outside the map, but it's flying pretty far, and then the game finally finishes. But fortunately, to get 20 kills, but I do get a perfect game. Or a flawless game. I wouldn't say perfect game. You know, I had to land once. So if you guys ended up liking the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, please. And thanks for watching.